My landlord refused to let me break my lease when I needed to move, so I made him honor every single maintenance request in the contract. Part 2. But fury is a hell of a motivator. I read every subsection, every addendum, and every piece of small print he thought would never matter. Subsection 14B required 24-hour response to comfort concerns. Section 22D mandated professional carpet cleaning upon tenant request, with no limit specified. Addendum K stated, all appliances must maintain factory performance standards. The more I read, the more I realized Hank had been violating his own contract since day one, betting nobody would ever call him on it. He wanted me to honor the contract. I was going to honor every single word until he choked on them. The next morning, I called Hank about a comfort concern at 6 a.m. because the thermostat read 71 and I was uncomfortable. Hank ignored it. So, I sent a certified letter citing the violation and the $500 daily penalty clause for non-compliance that he'd written into the lease to punish tenants, but forgot it worked both ways. Suddenly, he had to fix it or pay me $500 a day. Then I requested professional carpet cleaning for allergen mitigation on Monday morning, and again Tuesday, and again Wednesday, because the lease said upon request with no frequency limit. By Thursday, I'd identified 17 appliances performing below factory standards, including the dishwasher being too loud, the microwave taking 8 seconds longer than specifications, and the garbage disposal vibrating excessively, all technically true and all requiring immediate repair or triggering more penalties. Hank called, screaming so loud I held the phone away from my ear. You are a parasite. Those clauses aren't real. They're just there to make the lease look thorough. I recorded him admitting he'd never intended to honor those clauses and immediately forwarded it to his lawyer with a note about pursuing fraud charges. Hank's own attorney told him to comply with everything or face criminal prosecution. Other tenants saw what I was doing and started forcing Hank to do even more repairs. On week 3, he showed up at my door, shirt soaked with sweat, face purple with rage, actually shaking as he screamed about bankruptcy, about losing everything, about how I was destroying his life. I stayed calm and said his own words back to him. You signed a contract. Honor it. He lunged at me, but stopped himself, knowing assault charges would end everything. That day he broke completely. He finally came back to me with a full lease release with no penalty and moving costs covered, hands actually trembling as he slid it across the table, whispering, please just sign it and leave. Hank now lets anyone break their lease for free because he starts shaking when they pull out the paperwork.